I'm gonna take care of this funk up under here. I gotta get a bunch of crud out from here to be able to grease these ball joints again. About to do my black paint on the frame that I've been complaining about so much. And you guessed it, see all this rust? Wire brush and paint time. We'll go ahead and tackle these things coming up. Thanks, y'all. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe. It ain't funny. We're doing brakes.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? Look, I done pressure washed this thing, got it all clean. I'm gonna go ahead and tackle these brakes. I have a bad shutter. The steering wheel goes left to right really bad once they warm up and you hit them a bunch. They don't look bad, but definitely the rotors are out of warp. So I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade these while I'm here. Right there's an 18mm bolt, and right here is a 21mm bolt. The 18 will take off the caliper, and the 21 will take off the bracket. Once we get that off, then we can pull the rotor off. Loosen this first whenever you do brakes, just kind of let it sit there. Pull out the slide bolts first. Hold this in here. I remembered to wear my gloves today. And the bottom one. Those will come out. So glad I pressure washed all this yesterday. It's nothing worse than working in a bunch of dried up mud. Down here in Louisiana, we got this real sticky, like gumbo mud's what we call it. It doesn't just rinse off, and if you let it dry, shame on you. That was the ticket, bottoms up. And just kind of put this where it won't be hanging. Go ahead and you can slide your brakes out. Save these guys for later. Time to take the bracket off. Let's see if we can bust this back one loose now. Wasn't too bad. And these brakes were just done, so. There's your brake bracket. I'll go ahead and clean this up and hit with a coat of paint. That'll hook right there. That ain't going nowhere. Alright, next the drum just kind of wiggles off. It's pretty much the same on most disc brake vehicles. You see a lot of mud up inside of that. Oh, mud riding. It's fun while you're doing it. But that's about it. Give it a good little coat of paint, and while I'm at it, I'm gonna paint the rest of this frame too and make it look sanitary. It's been wire brushed and pressure washed, and I'll let it dry overnight. All right, let's get the party started. You got mud up in here. I get the non-chlorinated so it doesn't dry out my rubber seats. And if you think you need one can, buy two, because it never goes as far as you think it does. Just want to get any brake dust off of this. Can number 2. Blast this real quick. Especially the front side, because you see it. Everything dripping off is clear. I'm gonna let that dry. And I really want to get a good coat of paint on this front side right here. So I figured since I got a black truck, I might have to do some kind of bright outline. And everybody's seen the 454 SS with the red SS's, and red's always a good accent color to put around your bow tie and to accent everything. But I'm gonna go yellow. I think yellow's gonna be a cool black accent color. Do a black and yellow. So I'm gonna have some yellow brakes. A brand new vet was driving by me the other day, and it was just this bright blue color, and it's got these bright fluorescent yellow green brakes on it. Man, they just stood out and they look so cool. So I figured I'm gonna throw some yellow on the brakes of the Suburban. It means I got the big vents, the big openings in my 5-spokes. You'll see them instead of rust. And I'm gonna hit the rest of this frame up with some gloss black, make it look pretty decent. Put a little tweak on it. So when you paint anything with spray paint, you always want to give a tack coat. You want to shake your can for 2 minutes. I've been doing that for a while now. And they say roll the ball around in the bottom of the can. Any paint that wants to sit in this groove here, it'll help get it out. That's how you get the most for your money out of your can of spray paint. And once you hear the can go smoothly around without hitting any bumps, you're good to paint. And this first little coat, it's just a light little hit. You're not really trying to put any color. Apply 2 light coats, follow with 1 medium wet coat. All coats within 1 hour, allowing 10 minutes in between each coat for paint to cure. Dries to the touch. So 10 minutes, hit it again. It's going to start to get darker and darker yellow. We're going to kind of match this cap. All right, coat number 1 has tacked up. It's been about 10 minutes. I'm going to go throw coat number 2. Another very light coat. This is ceramic paint. It's a high temp engine enamel, so it ought to hold up on these brakes pretty good. So I'm not trying to kill it, I'm just trying to give it another little light coat. We'll give that 10 minutes. Set my little timer here. Looking yellower by the minute. And third coat is a medium heavy coat, and it'll really be yellow then. Last coat of yellow that I said do a heavier coat on the last one. But I mean, it's just some bright yellow stuff, man. It's about to be happening. So if you notice, when I did my first coat, I went this way. And my second coat, I kind of striped it this direction. It kind of gets the holidays or the strokes out of it. So let's lay this third heavier coat. I'm happy with it. It looks like it was dipped. It's going to be a good baked on coating. So We'll let this dry to the touch and put it all back together with my new brake rotors and pads. And I'll finish catching the underside of this up in here. I know I was gonna get some overspray on it, so I didn't really get it all that well, but I like to put 2 coats of everything, if not 3. Make sure at least it stays. But I've been wanting to do this since the first day I bought the thing. Not necessarily the brakes, but the black frame and the getting rid of the rust part. I've got the bracket painted back on. I like to put a lug nut down here to hold the rotor straight while you're getting everything lined back up, because this light tends to flop around a little bit. The number one thing people often overlook is your slide bolts. This is what helps the caliper float when you apply the brakes. So it's always a good idea to clean all the old grease off every time you do this. You want to clean the old slide bolt, and you can see it's shiny right there where it pivots back and forth the most. You want to make sure these are really clean and well greased up when you put them back in. So I'm going to use a high temp grease because brakes get hot, and zip this back together. Finish spritzing my frame here. Put my inner fender well back in. Pop the wheel on it. That yellow is bright. I am happy as hell with that. That's going to stand out nicely. Give it a nice little squirt with the grease gun here.
Nope.
When you're out of grease in the gun, you're never out of grease in the gun. There's always plenty left. So you just get you a little bit. That's all you're gonna need. I got the pop in the tube in that grease gun. But just coat it thoroughly. Get everything from the threads down. Right. So, got the pads on, got the bracket on. The bracket's already been tightened. Had to go bring my phone or my camera in and let it recharge for a minute. But I got my slider bolts greased up. And flip this caliper around. The slide bolts in. Man, is that clean or what? All the darkness with the brightness. That is amazing. Got a little right here. Sorry, I got some frame repair I can spray on that. So these are 18s. Yep. See if I can get it to not touch the caliper. There we go. That's money, baby. Fun fact. Always start your lug nuts by hand. That way you never cross thread them. 22 millimeter. Boom, there it is. Dooga time. That's it. Inner fender well is back in. Got the brake calipers done. That's gonna look amazing. I love it, y'all. It's coming out awesome. I mean, not too bad for an old Suburban. Did a little upgrade. I got some cross-drilled and slotted rotors. They're eBay specials, but they're better than the ones I had. I ain't ever had no problems with them. I stepped up to 35-inch tires on my pre-runner truck, and the brakes really weren't up to par, but I went and swapped out a set of these rotors, and it made a big difference. It made it kind of like it back was on stock size tires. I mean, that's huge, the stopping power and the heat dissipating capabilities of them. Just that little slot you see in the rotors, they get rid of the heat. And they're also directional. You can put this in the wrong direction. You can see this way it wants to throw the heat out, but if you were to have the cross hatches the other direction, it would want to actually bring heat to the hub. And it's marked left and right, drivers and passenger side. But there we go, 2005 Suburban. Front disc brake upgrade and caliper paint, along with CV shaft and disgustingness removed. And that thing is banging. Before. Damn! After. All right, y'all. That's another weekend down. Got a bunch accomplished this weekend. I'll be posting all of it. But here's a quick go around. Still haven't dropped it yet. But all my hard work has paid off. Man, ain't nothing there. I got the whole underside pressure washed. Nice and clean. Man, I'm loving it. Can't wait to see him rolling. It's coming along. It's the vision I saw whenever I bought it anyway. So like I said, I got a bunch more to go, but man, she's coming to leaps and bounds. Well, I'm gonna get it one weekend at a time. Just hang with me and we'll get on to something better than this. Thanks for tuning in to Modified. Catch y'all next time.